Hello everybody, welcome back. This is a quick mini review for Van Morrison's latest album called Remembering Now. Just a few weeks old at the time of filming this on July 2nd, 2025. This kind of has Van going back to a lot of his original sounds. It's got a feel of gospel, of soul, of jazz, all the things that make Van Morrison so great. Great horn sections in here. Fantastic singing by Van, who's 80 years old now. It's really incredible that his voice is as intact as it is. Often we compare voices to people like Paul McCartney, maybe Roger Daltrey, people whose voices have kind of shifted a bit over the years. But Van's is pretty much where it's been for the last 30 or 40 years, and it's pretty remarkable to see. But this has 14 tracks over one CD. Get all original music. It's the first time that he's put out an all original album since 2022, which for a lot of people is not that long. I mean, it's only been 3 years. However, Van has put up several albums since then. He's done Accentuate the Positive. He did Moving on Skiffle, with all these, cover tunes, and he's put out a live album. So he's been very consistent with his releases. I'm never shocked if Van releases 2 albums in a year, so it's very possible. We could end up with another Van Morrison album by Christmas. He's just that prolific. But this is the latest, Remembering Now. First things first, the cover art is pretty boring. I don't know why they're going with this computer generated kind of stuff. It's not that great. His last few album covers have not been that great, and I really don't know who's in charge of his art department, but they need to have a talking to. But a couple of these songs date back a few years. For example, the song Down to Joy, which was released as a single, was originally written for a movie called Belfast, though it wasn't actually used in the film, but it's been around for a few years. There's just some great stuff. There's some callbacks to other songs that he's done. I believe when the rains came, he obviously he mentions when the rains came. That's the line from Brown Eyed Girl. So he's obviously thinking back on his time in the music business, but just some beautiful stuff on here. I mean, listen to the songs. Cutting Corners, it's a gorgeous track. Once in a Lifetime Feelings is fantastic. Just again, gorgeous songs. Van is really playing and singing at a fantastic ability. Yeah, I would recommend this because I'm the first to say I've criticized several of Van's more recent records, and will be the first to say he could have tried a little harder. Latest record project being one. There's a lot of filler on that. Obviously, some of the covers albums he's done with kind of a lack of gusto. But this album I actually really like. It's kind of similar to the album Three Chords and the Truth, which I like a lot. And actually, the band on here is pretty much the same band from that album, which came out, I believe, in 2019. So, same players on here, the same great voice that we know as Van Morrison's. I highly recommend this record, Remembering Now by Van Morrison from Exile Records. Check it out. Van, you've done it again. Love this stuff. All right, everybody, that does it for me. Y'all be good. Take care. We'll see you on the next one. Bye now.